Perfect fit closets. How to use garage cabinetry. We'll be taking a look at our hinges. We have some existing cabinetry located in our elevation. We have elevation 1 and 2. We know if we go into our categories, into our local browser, we can go into our garage cabinet section and double click parts. And underneath parts, we have garage door, connect between decks. Garage doors, please review that video if you want a little closer look into our garage doors. But we're going to left click our garage door. It says connect between decks. We're going to drag and drop and connect them through. So there's more to that for our garage cabinetry doors, but we're just going to add a couple garage doors here. Now that we have a couple garage doors, we'll take a look at the hardware. Our garage doors are a full overlay, as we can see. With our closet components, we have a half overlay. With our hinges, let's make a note here. For our closets, we have a half overlay doors and half overlay drawers. But the drawers won't apply, but it's all half overlay. So let's just say half overlay doors. For a garage, we have full overlay doors. All right, so for our closet components, we need 0mm plates for our hinges, as well as a garage cabinetry. We use the exact same plates. So 0mm plates, and we all added onto our garage doors. Nothing else is needed. For our closet hinges, we have a 105-degree hinge. And for garage cabinetry, we have a 110-degree hinge. So we have two different types of hinges. If you look at the actual hinges itself, they look exactly the same, except one is 105 and one is 110. If we look into our dealer portal, in our dealer portal, we're going to hover over the product overview and left click job aids and fasteners. If I left click our fasteners, let's scroll down to our fastener section and go into our hinges. In our hinges, we see hinges and plates for closets, 0mm plates. And we have the 105-degree opening here for our hinges. For our garage cabinetry, we have a 110-degree full overlay. Exact same soft close plates. So here's our note. If we ever wanted to add extra components for whatever reason, we know that some of these doors are going to come with either 3 or 4 hinges per door, depending on the sides. If for any reason that you want to add extra parts for whatever the reason is, we can always add extra hardware. To get to the item list, I'm going to right click off screen and left click show item list. The other way to go to our show item list is to left click our items tab, left click our items list, which is show item list, and we can access it this way. In our item list, we have 4 different tabs at the bottom. We have our items tab, calculated items, or accessories extra cost, or comments. In the items tab is all the drag and dropped items in our display, in our design. Calculated items are for those for moldings and trims and so forth, and we have nothing of that sort there. And accessories extra cost, and this is where you're going to drag any non-graphical items. So once again, if there's any non-graphical items, this is where it's going to get dropped. Accessories extra cost. I'm going to go into my local browser, and in my section I have closets and we have garages. In the garage section, we're going to double click our hardware. There's a previous video showcasing hardware and another video for slides. If I double click on Hinge, I have non-graphical. These items need to be used in item list. Sold as per piece requires hardware. So these come individually. So if I wanted an extra hinge for whatever reason from a garage cabinetry, maybe just as a spare, I can left click my soft close hinge, 110 full overlay, drop it into my accessories extra cost tab, and it'll actually give me the item list. If I click on OK, and it gives you the total that it costs $2.56 if I wanted to get the soft close hinge 110 full overlay. Again, this is in Canadian pricing because I'm using the Canadian catalog. There'll be a separate pricing for the American dealers for it in USD. Now that we have a hinge, we also want an actual soft close plate. So I can left click, drag and drop, and again, I can indicate the quantity required. I can always right click and delete the item. I can left click, re-drag back the item, quantity 1, and I can certainly add more. So if I wanted more hinges, I can right click and left click on attributes. And in attributes, I can go ahead and increase the quantity. If I drag and drop the exact same hinge, drop it in, you wanted one extra hinge, it's now going to have 2 sections because we're adding it. Instead of doing it this way, adding every single time, just add it once and increase the quantity or decrease the quantity. Right click and show a design, and we're back out again. We can always go to our cost cell report and we'll show as a non-graphical itemized report. So this non-graphical item won't show up here. Again, it's only in the item list. If you have any questions regarding hardware and how to add extra hardware, regarding garage cabinetry or even closets, please do connect with us at support@perfectfitcanada.com.